Hello and welcome back to Embodied Engagement. Kate Crouch here at the Missoula Art Museum, and we're in the first floor north wing in the newest collection of For the Love of Ma'am. And this is a grouping of Ma'am's own collected works over the past 5 years. And these are gifts that have been made to the Missoula Art Museum, including what's behind me, which is George Gogas's Rubens Revisited 10. I'm going to let you take a look at this for just a moment, and I'll step back so you can see just how big this piece is. As you walk into the gallery, this is the first piece that you see. To me, it's incredibly inviting. And we're going to use it as the basis and the theme for our week and the month. We've recently gone through so much turmoil that I felt as if our adrenaline system has almost been hijacked. We're all continually kind of checking our screens and waiting for the next almost shoe to drop. In this piece, for myself, I found both the excitement of something new, as well as an invitation for fluidity and balance. Go ahead, take your own time, and notice what arises for you immediately. If you're someone who likes to write things down, perhaps you'd like a pen and a pencil, you can go ahead and pause, pick up a pen and pencil, and let yourself take some notes. In just a moment, I'll scoot you closer, but first, from your distance here, take a look at what has been described as almost sinewy fluidity throughout the painting. If you remember the Rubens, generally these images of large, unclothed women have languidly laying about, also with quite a bit of balance and stability. And once you've made any notes that you wanted to, I'm going to invite you to either sit in a chair or get up. And we're going to move through the spine and the body. As I had mentioned, they're going through a time of this adrenaline, these rushes that we get, and they can spike and fall quite quickly. So I'm going to use this piece here to invite a sense of balance. So allow yourself to just let your arms come down, even if you're in a chair. And we'll just let the shoulders kind of roll around. You might even enjoy waving through the arms as you follow with your eye and your body up this piece, this artwork, waving the arms, maybe out to the side. And then create some movement along the spine, whether it's rolling or moving around left and right. So just notice how your body feels to create these different shapes. Maybe a reach and then a compress. Inviting that sinewy fluidity from what you're watching in the painting body. And then you'll go ahead and pause. And if you're standing, maybe close the eyes and rock the feet back and forth, or even take the feet a little wider and start to create a sense of stability and balance. Find a deep inhale through the nose, and then an exhale, maybe out through the nose or mouth. And just like this movement, as we're watching these colors shift and change, they're both defined and also starting to meld together. I'm going to bring the screen closer as we get into our breath work. So as you can see, each line kind of flows and shifts into the one next to it, in front of it, and behind it. As I said, it's quite a large piece. And for me, I think if it was any smaller, it would feel as if I was being constrained. But with this size, for me, it feels like an invitation to allow my body, my eyes, and my focus to move around without constraint. For our breath practice, the breath that I've been using, I call it a wave breath. It's a rounding of the inhale and the exhale so that they come to meet one another. So as you settle yourself down for a moment, just let your eyes travel across the screen. And as you inhale, take a nice deep breath, maybe following the white or picking a color to watch. And then notice as that color shifts into another section, try and match the exhale as you breathe out. Follow another line and inhale. And it's like we're rounding the edges of our breath. And exhale. Feel free to allow your spine or arms to move with you as you inhale. Maybe a reach and a stretch, catching the exhale up with the inhale. As we experience this piece in a new way, continue to round the breath, watching and following the lines. Perhaps where the orange is meeting green. Spend another few rounds of breath, following your inhale, the eyes lifting and traveling, and exhale. And after this next inhale and exhale, release the shaping of the breath. Become aware of how your body feels. If you had that pen and paper, maybe pick it up again. Is there anything new that's come to mind or to body as you experience this different way of looking? And we'll reflect for a moment on how it feels to be uncomfortable, trying something new. This Gogas piece is unlike many of his other works that are more figurative. I imagine that taking in mind the Rubens and trying to adjust and try something new in your own vein would be pretty uncomfortable at first. So bring to our body a sensation of being uncomfortable and sinking into the discomfort. Maybe bring to mind something recently that made you feel uncomfortable. Notice where you feel that in your body. Maybe it's in the belly or the throat. Maybe immediately you find a constriction in the shoulders. And then we'll use that wave breath. Take 2 of those wave breaths, inhaling, using our artwork here, following the lines, rounding the edge into your exhale. Maybe trying to catch the inhale up to the exhale. And release. And then we'll shift our awareness to something that might have surprised you. I think this is another great work to say the artist was probably pretty surprised with the outcome. Become aware of something that felt surprising recently. And we'll use our wave breath as you inhale. Soft exhale. And then shift to something you feel proud of. I like to again imagine that the artist feels quite proud of this. Maybe there's something recently that you've done, whether it was shared or not shared, that you feel proud of. Notice where you feel pride in your body. Perhaps you're even allowing the shoulders and the chest to lift as you feel that sensation of pride. Breathing in and out. A time when you felt unbalanced, maybe a little off kilter. Take another wave breath. And finally, a sensation of feeling safe and secure. You could imagine being maybe tucked in your bed or somewhere that feels very safe and secure. Again, this piece for me brings to mind feeling balanced, safe, secure, even though there might be quite a bit of movement around me, things that are out of my control. And we'll use 2 more wave breaths. One last wave breath. And move this back one more time. And see the full depth, the whole piece. It's truly amazing that the world around us can reflect what's going on internally. We just look around and start to become aware and notice. Thank you again for joining me for Embodied Engagement. I so enjoy this time. And even though you might be far away, know that I appreciate you. Thank you.